ready?
Yeah.
What's up? I'm Randall Blizzard, director of photography, also a type 1 diabetic.
Randall and I have been working together for a long time. We started a business together called SOULJAS Productions, and I've actually known him for a while. We've been cousins for about 21 years, and so we've known each other since birth, actually. And little did we know that he would be born with type 1 diabetes.
Yeah, being a type 1 diabetic has really changed everything. I got diagnosed back in June, which was about 2 months ago now, and definitely put a whole new perspective on life and everything that I do and that I'm involved in. I was on vacation with my family. We were down in Destin, and I got real sick and went to the hospital Wednesday and immediately got put into emergency ICU. And they came back after about 12 hours of blood work and said it was type 1 diabetes. I actually got diagnosed with diabetic ketoacidosis, which is life-threatening. They told me if I would have waited 2 more hours to come into the hospital, that I probably would have been dead, because I mean my organs were shutting down. My entire system was just completely shutting down. I
got him on the phone right after he went to the hospital down there, and he just sounded, and he had been feeling really bad, feeling really out of sorts for weeks leading up to this, and this was just kind of the, when everything just kind of came down, and we really found out what was going on.
I didn't realize how sick I was. It was one of those things where I got so bad that I look back on it after getting better and saying, wow, I felt like dead. Then Friday, I got to that point to where they could release me. But funny thing is, we had the 48-hour film project that weekend, starting Friday night, and I was already planning to go up, write the script with my partner and get started. And I mean, we had big plans for this one too, so I was really excited about it. But then I got type 1 diabetes and I was in the hospital. So I was trying to scramble some things together, get things ready so he could just come back and pop, boom, bang, we could go. And then I got the call he'd been put in the hospital, and things were getting really serious. So one side of me is like, holy crap, he's really close to death, and the other side of me is like, holy crap, what am I going to do with this film festival? Film kind of refocused me. Film and that 48-hour film project that we had to do kind of got me back on track. Even immediately after they told me the news, man, I was like, okay, that's cool. Give me all the information I need so I can just get out of here. He
left the hospital that afternoon, that night, made the drive back there, and Saturday evening, he was on set, running around with the camera shooting, after being just let out of the hospital, like not even 24 hours before that.
If it wasn't for film, God knows where I would be. Film is just my passion, my love. I mean, I can't describe what all film has helped me through, and the art of film has helped me through. It's unreal. So a day in the life of my diabetes. I gotta eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, which I eat normally about 6-7 times a day. But breakfast, lunch, and dinner is when I take my insulin, and I got to check my levels before I eat and take insulin based on what my levels are at. Have to eat healthy foods, good foods, things that balance my glucose levels. So I got to eat, certain amounts of carbohydrates at kind of certain times of the day. And I take it extremely serious, probably more serious than a lot of diabetics take their diabetes. And honestly, that's a shame. But hopefully we can encourage everybody to take it serious, because it's a very serious disease that is becoming a widespread epidemic in this country. It really is. Already he's very dedicated, he's very conscious, he knows exactly when things need to happen. I've gotten pretty quick at it now though, I can whip that thing out, stab myself, and get the blood and gauge off of that, take the insulin, and I'm good to go. I'm ready to eat. So it's not the end product that's changed. It's just kind of the process we go about it. We're not out there doing crazy things like we used to do. Things are a little more honed in, a little more process driven, but we're able to adjust. Especially him. He's able to adjust and fit everything in. How do I stop diabetes in general from affecting the quality of my work? Is to control it. It's to know what you have to do. It's to educate yourself, and there is so much power in knowledge. So no matter what situation I'm in, which is 90% of the time going to be filming somewhere or filming something. But even if I'm out, you know, shooting golf or playing basketball, or if I'm out, you know, swimming with my little nephew or something like that, I know I have enough knowledge and I've educated myself enough to know what I need to do to take care of my diabetes and keep everything under control.
It really has an effect. It's affected the way we work, but it hasn't affected, you know, the way we do things overall. It hasn't affected our creative process at all. It hasn't affected anything that is really important.
You just got to keep up with it. I mean, you gotta stay focused. It's not like we're going on set now and I focus 100% on being the director of photography and making sure everything looks good. It's, oh, this looks good. Oh, I'm shaking like a leaf. Let me step aside and eat a snack real quick so I can get my levels back up. It's definitely something to get used to that can be frustrating, but how you handle it is accept it, that you're gonna have it, that you're gonna be with it. You know, accept that it's there for good. So therefore, you know, the more you persevere through it, the more you get used to it, the more you get accustomed to it, the more you take care of it, the better you're going to be able to focus on things that are actually important.
The guy's a trooper, man, and I don't know anybody else who has that kind of drive, that kind of motivation, especially, you know, being so young to make that kind of serious change in their life and not be so affected by it, because, you know, there's so many people who even small changes in their life they take so dramatically and it feels like the end of the world to him, but, you know, he just sees it as, I have a goal, this is just another hurdle along the way, and we're just going to push through it and keep going. And it's crazy. It's really inspiring.